Hi guys, Baz and Hognose UK here. This is my last official clutch of 2025. It's a Pastel Enchi double het puzzle desert ghost to a Pastel Enchi double het puzzle desert ghost. They were bred by Terry Sandbridge about 3 years ago. I've been really looking forward to breeding these. I bred them together and ended up with 7 eggs. And in a moment we'll go and cut them and no we won't. So I missed the cutting part of the video. I was going to work very early one morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and several heads had stuck out overnight, so I cut the rest of them and left them to it. By the time I got home, most of them had already come out, so it was pointless doing the cutting side of the video this time. I'd like to give a little shout out before we go ahead and show you the snakes to CG Morphs. These are friends of mine, live up north, up in Durham. Give me this lovely t-shirt, got the logo on the back. The snake in the logo is actually a snake that I bred many years ago and is one of their pride and joys of their collection. So thanks very much for the shirt, Carl and Georgina. Much appreciated. Thank you. Fits me lovely, as you can see. So without further ado, let's go and have a look at these babies. So this first snake, I think, is just a pastel, possibly het puzzle. And if you look at the sides, it's got quite a lot of upside down wine glasses and indicates that it would be a het puzzle. It's 66%. I don't think it's desert ghost. I just think it's pastel. It's very dark blacks, which could mean it's a desert ghost, but I've got a feeling I'm going to have to grow these guys on a bit longer before I'm 100% definitive with their identifications. Very unlikely to keep this one on board anyway, but we'll see. I think these are pastel desert ghost Enchis, 66% het puzzle. Pretty convinced that this is a desert ghost. It's definitely, it's got the pastel in it, and it's so bright. Look at that. I mean, that is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the head. You'd think that was actually a puzzle itself, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Absolutely gorgeous. And the intensity of the blacks and the pattern is definitely Enchi. You can tell by the head stamp as well. And the intensity of the blacks leads me to think that it's also a desert ghost, because I always find that the line of desert ghost I've got makes anything with black in it more intense, which is going to make one of the other snakes that I'm going to show you in a little while a little bit puzzling. Excuse the pun. This is the other one of those. Again, it's pretty similar. The head again looks very much like a puzzle from the side. It's not. It's an Enchi pastel desert ghost, 66% het puzzle. If there is a puzzle test out there, it's probably worth getting these tested if some of these are girls. This one I think is a Pastel Enchi, 66% het desert ghost, 66% het puzzle. I don't think it's a visual desert ghost. I think it's a really nice looking animal. There's no way that won't prove to be puzzle. Look at that. All the upside down wine glasses. So you turn them up that way and have a look. That's a very strong indicator that these animals are het. So very good chance that that one is a Pastel Enchi het puzzle. Very pretty animals, stunning markings. Look at those. Gorgeous. Then we come to the visual puzzles. And this one, I don't have a male puzzle without any pastel in it. So if this is a male, I'll be happy. But of course it's not. So this is a male puzzle. Also 66% het. Desert ghost. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that face. Lovely. Beautiful animal. The beautiful markings up his side. Her side, should I say. Because my other adult male puzzle is a super pastel, I don't get any puzzles without pastel. I don't mind that because the two of them work together, but I would like one without any pastel in it, but for doing other things. There we go. That's the first puzzle out of the clutch, and that was a female. So then there's this one here. I'm pretty convinced that this is a Super Pastel Enchi Desert Ghost puzzle. It's quite a mouthful, that lot. Doesn't want to come out and say hello. Look at the head on this animal. It is absolutely amazing. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful. And the markings on its body is so vibrant, and you see why the other puzzle that I've got left, which I haven't showed you yet, you'll see why in a minute why the other puzzle is confusing me a little bit. So look at that. I mean, I don't know if I've not hatched a great deal of puzzles, so look at that. This is my first clutch of puzzles ever, so you know, if I get any of these wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comments, but I think that this is a Desert Ghost Super Pastel puzzle. Not sure about Enchi, probably is in there, but I'm absolutely not sure. I'm going to get these guys feeding and get them grown on, and then send some sheds off for tests. So this one has got interesting fading markers in the black, but the black's quite dark and intense. And I think the fading markers are just an indicator of the Super Pastel in it, because Mum and Dad obviously both contain pastel, and I believe this is the only Super Pastel in the clutch. But what an amazing looking animal. It's absolutely stunning. And if it's anything like most of my clutches, which are female strong, it'll probably be a girl. Oh look, it's a boy. I'm glad I said that, because it gave me the opposite. So I've got a boy again. It's a Super Pastel. So, but what an animal. Absolutely beautiful. Pretty sure that that's the whole shebang. So Enchi, Desert Ghost, Super Pastel puzzle. Beautiful animal. And then last but not least is this beast. So this, I think, is a puzzle, a pastel puzzle Enchi. I'm not sure that there's Desert Ghost in there. In fact, I'm going to say I don't think there is Desert Ghost in there. The thing that's making me say that is how faded out the blacks are. It almost looks hypo, this animal. Look at the head on it. That is absolutely amazing. Absolutely stunning. Gorgeous animal. And I'm going to say, because of how much duller and how much duller the blacks are and the overall colour, that this one isn't Desert Ghost. So this is you know, pastel puzzle, possibly Enchi. I think probably is Enchi, looking at the head stamp. 66% het Desert Ghost. Again, there's a lot of skins to be tested in this one, because it's one of my major projects at the moment. I've been working with quite a bit of puzzle. I think it's worth spending out the money and getting it tested, so I know exactly what I'm dealing with. Beautiful. I love this clutch. This whole clutch is just so vibrant. Even the ones that are not puzzles are just so stunning looking. Just have a little look, and that's a girl. Most of my clutches are female strong. I have no idea why. Incubation temperatures, maybe, I don't know, but I normally get about between 70 and 80% females. There we go. What a beautiful animal. Absolutely stunning. So while we were on the subject of puzzles, I did make some earlier in the year. They're not visual puzzles, these are het puzzles. So this, I didn't bother showing the clutch off, because they all look like this. So there's a whole clutch of pastels and super pastels, double het puzzle clown. Now I planned for these before we knew about the non-visual effect of the puzzle clown. So basically, in order to test whether a puzzle clown is a puzzle clown, you have to have it tested, because it's like a non-visual type thing. So, but I'd already made this group. I'd already planned it and made it. Stopped the mating, stopped doing it, but she went ahead and laid anyway. So these are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, they're stunning looking hets. So I've got a whole group of 5 of these, 1 male and 4 females. Hopefully by the time I come to making some clowns and stuff with these, that someone would have found a morph that works really well with the clown and brings something out of it. Not sure if that is possible, but I would hope so. But just look at these. I mean, look at how bright these animals are. They're just hets. So there you go. For a first clutch of puzzles ever, I'm sure you can. First visual clutch. I've made lots of hets. First visuals that I've hatched, you can see I'm over the moon with those. Very hard to identify, and I think that as they grow and get a bit of weight on them, they'll become easier to identify. If there's anyone that feels that I've got the idea wrong, please comment below. I won't take offence. I appreciate the help. First time making visual puzzles. Very lucky from het to het making 3 visual puzzles. I was well chuffed. Terry also bred a pair of the same ones, and he only got 1 puzzle, unfortunately. So it's just how your luck goes, isn't it, really? Only 1 male in that whole clutch, so typical of a clutch from my incubator. So if you enjoyed my video, please tick like. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I'm going to start doing some new content that's not just dead cutting and showing you babies that I've bred. I'm going to start showing off a few of the bits and pieces that I made last year, and I'm also going to do a few videos about some of my stuff, some updates on the magenta and the darkling and a few other different genes that I work with. I'll produce some more videos by then, but if I don't, please stay safe out there and enjoy your Christmas. See you in the new year.